you guys want to hear. Here we go. Right? Yeah, I can't do that too much. I'll get in trouble. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Wanted to show you the sunrise this morning. So pretty. Good morning. Good to see you guys. It's been a little while since I've done any content, but it has been the holidays and I was super sick for a long time. Look at that view, guys. Check that out. How could you ever get tired of that view, right? Today we got some really cool stuff. I got a lot of good stuff coming down the pipeline. First and foremost, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go ahead and change the oil in our Jetta. And then we're gonna also change probably the oil filter. And then we got a couple other things planned out. And do your choke all the way up. Here we go, kick it up. Choke's good, put it back down. So this is our project car today. We're gonna go ahead and put it up on some ramps. Go ahead and get the oil change and potentially the oil filter. Let's go ahead and get our ramps out and get it all squared away. Is there something just about being under cars? I don't know. To me, there is. So today we've got our 8mm. This is our hex, kind of like an Allen wrench socket right here. This is going to get us in here. Got our oil pan down. I don't have my gloves today, so I might get a little messy. Getting that undone. Oh, well, we're going to get messy, aren't we? Oh, here it comes. There we go. Set that guy down in there. Go get some towels. Get some of this good stuff off. They say you can taste it. I'm not going to do that. Now, on top of our drain plug, this is our crush washer. Kind of see it here. I went ahead and ordered a 3-pack of these because basically what happened last time is I had a little bit of an oil leak even after that. So when you crush that on there, kind of see what happens to the actual washer itself. It gets bent. You can see the ridges on it. So we're going to replace that one with a new crush washer or crush washed or washer, which I think I have those. Same size. Good. Same size. While we're waiting for our oil to finish draining, we got it still going on there. We're gonna go ahead and work on our oil filter. This is like a 32mm head. You can see it right here. That's what this is. You could also take a wrench if you wanted to, but we're just gonna go ahead and use this one. Get her open. This is our new oil filter. Just want to measure, make sure these look the same. These look exactly the same. So we're good to go. Now all we need to do is tighten it down. We're gonna give this a quick wipe down, make sure this all looks really good. Yes, sir. Make sure our cap is nice and... There we go.
Make sure no good before. There. Pressure washer engaged. And that's not right down.
Tighten it down. All right, today we are moving forward with the O'Reilly high mileage 5W30. This is usually used for more of an everyday driving, smaller engines. We have the TSI. This calls for 5.7 liters of 5.7 quarts, excuse me. This calls for 5.7 quarts of 5W30. So we're going to use one of these guys and then part of another one. Here we go. And always a gentle reminder, when you are pouring oil into your car, you want to pour this one, this angle, this one wants to be at the top, and your angle down here wants to be at the bottom. That is the way it was manufactured to be put in, and that keeps it from doing that gulp, 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 gulp. So we're going to pour this whole one in. That's pretty much done it for our oil change. We got everything buttoned up as far as the oil cap, plug underneath, obviously filter, everything looks really, really good. Now we're going to go ahead and take it down off the ramps. We'll let it run for a few minutes, check the oil level, and then we're going to do one other thing to it too, so stay tuned. And while we're doing this, we can take this guy and pour it back into here, and then that way we can take this to the automotive store. They'll recycle us. Just set it up there and say, hey, I got a quart or two, or I got a however much you got to recycle, and they'll make it happen. This is a really lifesaver right there, because it'll just pour out that end right here. I'll show you how it works. Yeah, man, look how black that is. Glad we changed that out. That guy, and that is perfectly fine. Right there, we're right there at the top end of this guy, so about right there, that is perfectly fine. This car does burn a little bit of oil. That's it for your oil change. We are going to check the brakes here in just 2 seconds. So if you want to stay tuned for that, feel free, because I wanted to see if she needs new brake pads on the fronts. All right, comes a big thing. I know you guys have been asking me, I've had some people ask me about this thing sitting in the side yard here, front yard, whatever, but this is our boat. Now the engine on this is a Volvo Penta engine. I'm gonna do this thing, a full facelift. I'm gonna make sure everything here is good to go before we get her back in the water, but we're probably gonna have to do an engine rebuild, I think. And that's not something I really wanted to do. And a fresh coat of paint, maybe. Pressure washing, just kind of get her all ship-shape. We're gonna go ahead and attach our jack to that one and jack it up. All right, moment of truth. Let's take a look. So you can see here, we have plenty of wear left here. Here's your pad, right? Or sorry, there's your pad. This is the backing right here, I guess, to it. But there's plenty of wear on this guy. This guy, you kind of see the same thing. I don't know if you can see. Paging Dr. Cass. Where's your breaker bar? Let's get these wheels off. Here it is. All right, there's your brake pad. You got plenty of pad left. The front ones, in all honesty, will probably wear faster because the car being front loaded. When you're stopping, it comes in there, so this is plenty of pad. What I did notice is that there's a lot of buildup right in this area, maybe right down in here. So we're just keeping an eye on that. I don't think it's coming from our rear spring, our rear shock, so we'll just keep an eye on it, make sure nothing goes on here, but everything looks good back here. I did notice that there is a little bit more, I want to say, wear on this side. I don't have a tire measurement tool, but I think these tires need to be rotated or something, because there's way more wear on the outer rim than there is on the inner rim. So we'll keep an eye on that. We may have to switch these out unless they're designed to be on that side. But that means that your camber, if I'm not mistaken, is that your camber would have to be adjusted, and I thought we just had that done. Anyway, we'll see. Have you guys ever seen a more beautiful place? A little early morning drive. Give you guys a little view over here on the left-hand side. This is going to be the kind of headed towards. Give you guys an update on the Sonata. The brake pads worked fantastic. Car radio still doing very, very well. Everything here looking very good. It's out there.
He doesn't know we walk in through the garage. I don't even have it. You gotta unlock it. Yo! That's sick!
What do you think?
Oh, he died.
He died.
Get up, bud. Look at that! You're gonna be the coolest kid on the block.
Sit on it.
That's legit.
Yeah, look at
I
that
think he's the
shot.
only kid on the block.
Yeah.
Holy moly, that's...
We got to change or check. We got to check first the brake pads on our 2018 Mustang GT. She's been squealing. So we're going to check it out and see if we need to do anything else with it. So I'm going to take you through that process. The first thing we're going to do is remove the wheel, jack it up, all that good stuff. And then we're going to check out the brake pad. So glad you're here to enjoy it. So this is underneath the Mustang. If you've never seen these kind of things before, this is what I like to use. These are your little jack points right here. What I'll do is I'll guide the jack there, get it lined up, make sure it's setting on that point as close as I can. There we go. All right. And then we're all ready to jack it up. It's nice and secure in place right there on that point. Let's go ahead and do this. I ran out of my normal black gloves, so in the immortal words of Fletch, paging Dr. Cass, paging Dr. Kiss. Ben, nice to meet you. Using the whole fist there, Doc. Let's get our pliers. Get that bad boy out. The other one. We should be able to see. Well, you can kind of see on this one in particular. If I look at these things, they look okay. I don't know. They seem to have plenty of wear left on them. All things being considered, I'm just going to put it back together. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I looked at it and everything seemed, you know, like it still had pad left. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little research online. I'll let you know what I get back with, but I don't know. I didn't see anything particularly wrong with the shape or wear of the pad. So we'll kind of figure it out, and we may end up changing them anyway and get some better ones. You never know. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check the rear of the Mustang Stella. I think we did the fronts just recently, and I kind of stuck my finger down there. I could feel the pad, but on the rears, they look a little bit more worn. So we're going to start with those. Maybe that's what's causing our squeaking as far as that's concerned. So we're going to start with those and kind of see what shape those are in first. All right, we got it off. Moment of truth. Let's dive in. Oh yeah. So if we look here, this is exactly what we're looking for. Can hardly see any. Look down in here, right in there. Well, no, we do. You guys ready for a little ASMR? We got to do this yard, man, before it gets to getting up too much. Anyway, so I'm going to show you guys what I use. This is it. This is my Cub Cadet Ultima 0T1 with 54-inch. We have the collar, 24 horsepower engine, the Kawasaki and the collar, probably the better engines out there. The other thing that you want to look for in the zero turn is you want to make sure that these guys right here, these are the welded ones. You don't want those cast ones, so get the welded ones. And I do need to clean this. They say the problem is what happens is all this stuff right here, it starts to build up. This starts to build up wetness down in here, and then this part right here start to get rusted out. So I try to keep a cover on it as much as possible, but That'll keep those welds done. We do have to make sure that we're doing the tires correctly, properly inflated. We will have to do an oil change. Gas comes in there. We're full, so there's your gas tank right there, battery connections. This one's really easy to do. All right, pistol grips both off to the side. Just kind of put my feet right here. Go ahead and do your choke all the way up. Here we go, kick it up. Choke's good, put it back down. Just your blade engage right here to get moving. Gonna put these guys right here. Blade engage right here. And you set your blade with this kick pedal. The blade is set. Once I kick this pedal down, left-hand side, I usually do mine to it's relatively low setting right there. So once I release the foot pedal back down, blade is engaged in the proper space. And then once I want to kick it up, choke is back down. This is going to be your throttle. This is going to be my blade engage. This is why I chose this model. It just is so easy and convenient to use. I'm not looking for anything complicated. All right, let's get to mowing. Also with our ZT154, you can see that back plate. I added this to this, so all I had to do was remove these two bolts right here and put this plate. What that does is that gives me access to this trailer right here. As you can see, the plate pops in here. So there's a little hole in the plate right there. It's all nice and tight on the back of that one right there, as you can see. And then this little guy will pop into there between these two spaces right here. This one's really nice. It does have a kind of removable, I can't remember what brand this is. It's also got this removable backside here too, which is really sweet. And all sorts of hauling and stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Look at these little guys, huh? Look how pretty they are. Look at the colors on them. That's crazy. They're all up in here.